I have something really important to say, and it might change the way you see me. I'm gay. You know what? Before I do this, let me tell you a story. So one day, Jesus, yes, this is a biblical story. You shut your mouth, pay attention, you might learn something. So Jesus was walking along, and his disciples were following him. They were kind of hungry, so they started picking at these little heads of grain on the ground around them. The Pharisees saw this and got kind of pissed off. You see, this was the Sabbath, and Jews aren't supposed to work on this day, not even if they're hungry.
Where the hell are you?
I'm in the kitchen.
Ray, what the hell are you doing in the kitchen?
I'm making a sandwich.
What in the hell is wrong with you? You know you ain't supposed to be doing that today.
I don't give a I'm hungry.
Freeze, mother Sabbath police! Oh, mother yo! Get your ass down on the ground, mother I eat is like you for breakfast!
Not on the Sabbath, you don't
yo! Put down the bologna, you mother got it, you took that provolone! Oh, oh!
It was weird, but whatever, this is biblical times. So the Pharisees looks at Jesus and says, "What the Jesus?" Okay, before I go any farther, I have to explain, Jesus is a huge nerd. He quotes the Bible more than you quote dumb movies. But y'all don't know about that. Y'all can't handle the truth. So Jesus looked at the Pharisees and said,
"Oh, haven't you read what David and his companions did when they were hungry? Oh, they entered the house of God, and he and his companions ate consecrated bread, which was unlawful for them to do, except for the priests. Or haven't you read in the law that priests on Sabbath duty desecrate the Sabbath, yet are innocent?"
Jesus, I don't read the Bible very much, but I definitely don't remember reading that. Let's see what it says about David. Supposedly kills Goliath with a sling, becomes a great war general, becomes king, Ark of the Covenant, commits adultery, his first son is stabbed while hanging from a tree by his hair, next son is screwed out of his inheritance, and his kingdom goes to his stepson. Nope, nothing in here about stealing bread. You see, guys, our Bible wasn't the same as Jesus' Bible. In fact, it wasn't even called the Bible.
Duh! The New Testament wasn't there because Jesus hadn't finished writing it yet.
First, what? Jesus didn't... Oh! God, you're stupid! Stop being so stupid! Second, the stories in the Bible were always changing, even before Jesus' time. For example, the Book of Chronicles was rewritten. The Book of Esther was cut. Adam and Eve was left out. The Book of Enoch was left out, so Revelations could be left in. The Midrash, basically Hebrew fan fiction, was written and completely ignored. The Book of Chronicles was rewritten. The Book of Esther was cut in half. The entire Dead Sea Scrolls were lost. The Dead Sea Scrolls were found. The Dead Sea Scrolls that were not already in the Bible were left out. And that's not even including the dozens and dozens of language changes these guys went through. Hell, Jesus didn't even have some of the original translations to some of these stories. But that's cool, right? Every book needs a little bit of editing.
"These are my words, which I spoke to you while I was still with you, that all things written about me in the law of Moses, in the Psalms, and the prophets must be fulfilled."
Did we just pull a George Lucas? The word of Jesus aside, we just lost a really cool story about David. So cool, Jesus referenced it. Now I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I wanted context, not cliff notes. Oh Lord, he's finding problems with the Bible. Son, you shouldn't let a 5-minute Wikipedia search challenge your faith. That's just the devil trying to tempt you. Yeah, but I'm not Christian. I don't need some slightly skewed passage in the Bible to confirm what I already believe. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. What I'm trying to say is that even if JC couldn't influence the canon of the Bible, he saw the importance of stories. Seriously, just think about all those stories you had when you grew up. Aesop's fables, Brothers Grimm stories, Mother Goose. Hell, even sparkly vampires can illustrate a point better than some fat Mormon walking up to you, backhanding you and saying, "Sex is a sin!" So I guess what I'm trying to say is, the Bible is just a book of stories. That's it. The Bible may have sold more copies than Harry Potter, but that doesn't mean they weren't written on paper, sold in stores, and made by dudes. Hold up! That's not to say stories aren't cool, though. As I recall, a movie based on a book made over $200 million in a weekend. $200 million! That's $300 million more than I have right now. And that damn book had pictures in it. And I promise you, Jesus could smack the shit out of Iron Man.
Do not suppose I come to bring peace to earth. I do not bring peace, but a sword!
Look, I'm not Christian, but I got mad respect for JC and all the other characters in the Bible. Seriously, look up David. He's a badass. So I was thinking to myself, if film studios can get away with digging up 80s and 90s action figures, TV shows, and board games, can't wait to see Candyland. I'm sure that'll make money. I want to tell you some of the greatest stories ever made. And not just Christian ones either. I want to tell some of those weird religious stories that always fly under the radar. Because you're sure not learning it in Bible study. Now, I'm no religious expert. But these guys, they're cool.